Shoppers tell me that this is their last push to get all their gifts before Christmas, even if it is last minute. City employees and workers can expect to see an increase in their check as early as September. Moving over to the economy, it's no secret that farming is an economic staple here in the Wiregrass, and one family recently added to that staple by creating their own history. Parts of the state are experiencing snow, ice, and here in the Wiregrass, we've had our share of rain and thunderstorms. On Scott Road, where one man was left dead, and right here in this home behind me, and family members are left searching for answers. This suit alone is an additional 75 pounds added to the extreme heat that they work in. The state trooper told me that this is one of the deadliest times to be on the road right now, and she had these precautions. The COVID-19 baby boom and safely. Back to you guys. From a refrigerator, a stove, it even comes with a microwave. Kirkland tells me it's a few things that residents can do, like washing your hands and wearing your mask. But because of the pandemic, it's just simply not enough of them. Like Andy here. Can you say bon appetit? Well, one Dothan chef will get that honor. Stay tuned to see why. The fight to help end food insecurity starts with you, and it starts with the can. All of his employees, a $100 bonus was just half of the good deed that Treadwell did to help residents. Whew, these things are hot, but this is just a short glimpse of the future for military officials. Swimming lessons for kids are now back in session. Equipment and water, key essentials for firefighters to stay cool in the heat and handle the rise of heat-related cases.
As we get into the summer months, particularly as the heat indices increase, we do see an increased run volume in heat-related calls, whether that be dehydration, heat exhaustion, or even to the point of heat stroke.
As temperatures rise throughout the week, Etheridge advises residents to follow these tips.
Now would be a good time to encourage folks to make sure they stay hydrated, make sure you take proper breaks. If you're in an occupation that works outside, making sure that you take care of yourself so that you don't become that heat-related emergency.
This goes for construction workers as well. Firefighters have barriers in their gear to protect them, but Etheridge makes sure his firefighters stay cool with proper rest.
We manage that and make sure that we have proper resources, that they get a rest period, particularly on days like today where the heat index is exceeding 100 degrees.
And while water is key, it takes more than that, Etheridge says. It's a balance.
Proper hydration, not sports drinks only, not water only. You want to make sure you have a good mix of those things so that you're getting the water in your system, but you're also replenishing the electrolytes that are in those sports drinks.
It's been 3 years too long.
Been waiting 3 years for it.
Loved ones of murder victim Ricky Deese filled the courtroom Thursday where they faced his killer, Mitchell Doster. Last February, Doster was found guilty for the murder of Ricky Deese, and it didn't take longer than 20 minutes for jurors to reach a guilty verdict. Now he's being sentenced to life in prison. For Deese's mother, Flora, this sentencing marked the moment she and her family had been waiting for.
So when that judge gave him life, it just thrilled me all to pieces. I mean, I've been waiting 3 years for it. That's long enough.
Flora says the peace she's seeking is something only God can give her since the loss of her son was so devastating.
Well, it's been rough on me particularly because Ricky worked with me on my job, you know, and I could leave my job with Ricky and it would be done right.
She remembers her son as someone she could always count on to help her with anything she needed. With both her husband and son gone, she now sleeps better at night knowing now they are together. It was an extremely sad day and a chilling discovery when police found the body of Shakitha Tyson. Take a look to see what family members had to say.
He didn't have to kill her.
He didn't have to do it like that. He did anything else but do it like that. He did not have to do it like that.
It has been a chilling start to 2021. And in Elba, it's getting worse. On Sunday, Elba police made a shocking discovery after responding to a requested welfare check on a home. That's when they found 28-year-old Shakitha Tyson dead. Loved ones of Tyson were saddened by this and first knew something was wrong when they didn't hear from her, something that isn't normal in their family.
We're a very tight family, and we really knew something was wrong when we couldn't get in touch with her and she wasn't picking up her phone.
This is something they never saw coming, and says it's their worst nightmare. James Edward Lee, whom was Tyson's boyfriend at the time, is now being charged with murder for her death, with more charges pending. Neighbors say things like this just don't happen in their neighborhood, making this the first murder of the year for the city of Elba. Arresting Lee was the first step of justice for the Tyson family, and Shabrika believes this is how the community will prevent things like this in the future.
For them to get justice and keep people like this off the streets and not let him, I don't even want him to see the daylights again. He should not, this type of person does not need to see daylights again. They don't need to be out.
Shabrika wants people to remember her sister as someone who was loved by everyone and always willing to help anyone.
She was kind-hearted. She would help anybody. She loved her kids, her grandmother, everybody. I mean, she was just that type of person.
Covering local news first in Elba, Sara Wilson, WDHN News.